Hello, everyone, and welcome to Angel Healing House, and welcome to Walk-In Angel Ariel's Weekly Wisdom for this upcoming week of December 24th through December 30th. My name is Claire Candy Hoff, and my name is also Angel Ariel, as I had an angelic walk-in experience on January 11th of 2003, which I write about in my award-winning #1 Amazon International bestseller, I Am an Angelic Walk-In, the autobiography of Angel Ariel. Now, firstly, I want to wish everyone a joyous holiday season from my heart to yours, and that you and your loved ones are blessed with health, abundance, joy, peace, and love at this time of year and throughout the new year to come. I have been very conspicuous by my absence, as over the past month I took time off and did not post any videos. I needed time to deal with and give all my energies to challenges I was experiencing and have benefited greatly from having this time out. But I'm back now and raring to bring forth messages from my angelic family, who I am part of. We are called the Posse of Angels, and see what insights that they have for all of us. While these are always general readings on Walk-In Angel Ariel's Weekly Wisdom, if you're interested in an individualized, personalized reading, please do phone me on 831-277-3716 to book your revealing, inspirational, enlightening reading, or perhaps to inquire about information on past life clearings, ancestral healings, or else those wonderful Reiki distant healings. As always, here on Walk-In Angel Ariel's Weekly Wisdom, we do choose runes. We choose oracle and tarot cards. But before we choose those cards, we look into the astrological heavens to see what planetary energies will be affecting us going into this last week in December of 2023. Now, we're still very much under the effect of the sun moving out of the fire sign of Sagittarius into the earth sign of Capricorn, which brought in the solstice on December 21st. Now, this is a time when the veil between the worlds is very, very thin, and which aids the energies on the planet to move into higher, more harmonious frequencies. Now, the Posse of Angels is saying that much of this increased energy on the planet is a result of people wishing each other well, of charitable offerings and glad tidings of the season, as well as increased prayers for peace on earth. With this heightened frequency, many will find that their psychic senses actually are increased, and we may be more susceptible to picking up others' frequencies and be more empathetic or empaths. So be careful to protect your energies at this time. With the focus on the sun, it is a wonderful time to tap into the sun's healing properties. At this season of giving, the Posse of Angels is suggesting that we send healing, love, care, and our compassion to those who need it the most. With the sun moving into the very driven sign of Capricorn, and happy birthday to all you Capricornians out there, we can use these energies to face challenges, to tackle difficult tasks. With its very motivating energies, Capricorn can greatly help us to get organized and create a plan, and then the steps to action those plans. Now, do remember that good old Mercury, the planet of communication, is still retrograde. So there may be a chance of miscommunications or plans being held up. Now, this is especially important to remember around the holidays, with lots of people traveling and families getting together. It's important for us to practice mindful speaking, not only in what we say, but the manner and the tone in which we say things. Now, as we arrive at the end of this week, many will start to feel the change in energies from the approaching Cancer full moon, which is going to be on December 26th. Now, with its soft energy, This beautiful full moon will feel extra nurturing, and it will help us to deeply connect with our emotions. Between the heightened solstice energies of the sun being heralded and the supercharged switch into very motivated Capricorn and the bookend of the Cancer full moon, well, we're ending the year on a powerful week to supercharge our lives. So do take some time during the holiday festivities to breathe in all the incredible things that you want more in your life. And the secret is to accept them as if they are already yours. The most important part of accepting and receiving what we intend is what the posse of angels and I remind others of repeatedly throughout the years. Please do not forget that our wishes and our dreams and our desires to manifest must, in order for them to manifest, we must be open to receive them and align our energies with being blessed already by practicing gratitude and appreciation. To actively do this, we can consciously look for the miracle in absolutely everything. And this opens us to receive more miracles. Now, as we wrap up the year of 2023, the Posse of Angels is asking each and every one of us to reflect back on 2023, and in particular, the last 6 months of the year, and for some, the immensely challenging exit plan that many created for themselves to exit this year. This immense plan to exit the year of 2023 was similar to other times along our journeys, where we chose to experience a death of sorts so that we could experience then a rebirth. But this death and rebirth was different to those previous times. Because many chose over the past years to ascend and rise with the new ascended life path that they were going to step onto in 2024, their former story that their soul created became obsolete and no longer resonated with what the path that we're going to be stepping onto in the new year. Because many chose this ascension, it was so hard as to believe this, but many chose to co-create and experience a human story that would push their human self to a very critical choice moment that was very much akin to life and death. Now, whether this happened by experiencing homelessness, the death of loved ones, financial ruin, or the heartbreaking parting of relationships or debilitating health issues, the trauma of these experiences had to be so intense and deeply affecting that it would break us open and push us down to our knees to have no other recourse but to surrender and to give ourselves fully to God. This time, we could not figure it out. These immense challenges were created to give us the opportunity to return to the oneness and the glorious remembrance of who we truly are, without any of those old programmed stories. Many had to be stripped bare of their identity, of all they knew themselves to be, in order to separate and end their formally scripted personal stories. Now, the Posse of Angels is assuring us that this could only be experienced if our soul totally and completely emptied itself, helpless, and came home to God. Because it's only when we have been fully emptied of all we've known ourselves to be, then and only then will God remain. And it didn't matter if someone was the greatest spiritual teacher on the planet. The only way to totally negate our former stories was not just through knowledge, but through the experience of it that would deeply permeate through our consciousness, and it would actually become part of us. This is truly beyond words and had to have been felt. Please know that if you have co-created to go through the last 6 months of challenging, harrowing, and traumatic experiences, that you have been emptied to fully receive in the new year of 2024. Because there is absolutely no old story energy left to get in the way, as there is no separation between you and God's Source Creator. Now, many of us may be asking, so, what now? And the posse of angels is simply saying, go very deep into your heart, and completely love yourself while remaining open to the fulfillment of your heartfelt dreams and intentions and wishes. By flowing and surrendering and leaving this immense exit plan now behind you, your soul is on divine timing when all will manifest and flow gracefully, bringing you golden opportunities which will be perfectly crafted for your soul's next step on your next journey that was crafted just for you. And the rune for today that came out was this one, the rune of Fehu. And Fehu is the rune with its message of nourishment, fulfillment of our possessions, whether these possessions are worldly material possessions or the receiving of our sacred rewards. With many having co-created an intense exit plan for 2023, this nourishment that they speak about is something that will go beyond any holiday presents that we could receive. But it'll be the deep nourishment of coming home to be with God. Good fortune will find many in 2024. And the good fortune is attached to this rune. So remember, when your good fortune does come in, do remember, with this being the rune of nourishment, is to nurture others with your good fortune as well. So I love that this rune came out for today. Then I went to my enchanted map cards, and a 3-card story came out. The first card that came out was this one. Let me see if we can focus. We have the wise owl. We have a dandelion in between its beak, and it's sitting on a big egg. And it's the number 22. 22 is the number of the master builder. You know, it's often always the case that the greatest blessings come to us when we've been cracked open like an egg, and the richness is inside of us, and we learn our best lessons through those hardships and adversity, which many co-created with this immense, intense exit plan that we co-created with Spirit, with our soul, to experience in 2023. But with it being the 22 number, the master builder, the owl is showing us that the wisdom, having experienced what we went through, will keep us in good stead as we step into our mastery in 2024. Because we have gained so much experiential knowledge, we are now clear enough to set deliberate intentions, how to use our power, how to use our focus to change our world. It's through this clarity that our objectives will be fulfilled at this time, assuring us that the universe is bringing us a gift, showing us that we are hitting the mark of our intentions. Within the creation of the fulfillment of our intentions, the posse of angels is sharing that we do not have to do all the work ourselves, because others will help us to create our reality. This is what they have spoken about over a long time, about Once we were clear, then we could attract our soul tribe to ourselves to be able to connect and collaborate on amazing new structures and systems of light to put in place, to uh, um, go beyond those ones that were created in darkness to create a new era of light on the planet. Connect to the power of your intention within. There is nothing that is stronger than your powerful, sovereign, multidimensional nature in order to create your reality. And then we have to allow the wiggle room of synchronicity and the power of unlimited magic and miracles from the universe to manifest in our lives to bring about the fulfillment of our desires. And um, I love that this card speaks also about fulfilling intentions, because Fehu is the rune of fulfillment uh, through our possessions. So the first one is 22. The second card that came out in this story is the lovely card of wishing well. And we are in the season of wishing well, of wishing people well. But this card is the number 48. And that 4 plus 8 is 12. And that is the number 3. Building on the Master Builder card, many in the collective are feeling the inception of a new life building in their reality. The Wishing Well card awakens us to the presence of unseen forces that enable new beginnings to be created in very magical ways. Within all this, we must remember that we cannot control the process of growth, and we must release any attachment to how our new creations will appear or when they will appear. Once we set our intention and we drop our coin of intention into the wishing well, we must prepare to be amazed at what transpires, especially when we let go, release, and surrender for Spirit to come in and help us in unlimited ways. So the first card, 2 plus 2, is 4. This next card, 4 plus 8, 12, reduces to a 3. And strangely enough, the last card is Sacred Pool, and it's 47, which is 11, which is a 2. Now, we go from 4, 3, 2. In many ways, the message is that we are counting down to the fulfillment of our intentions in 2024. So the world is a reflection of our thoughts, our feelings, and our beliefs. And by being loving and at peace with ourselves, we honor and we celebrate our sacred pool within and our unique service to the world, because whatever we hold inside is a reflection, is just a reflection, and it will create our reality. So be very conscious of what you put your focus on, as always. And because we have cleared and cleansed so much in 2023, now we have the clarity to be able to bring forth a whole different story now. Let's go to my Angel Healing House tarot cards. Yes, that's Curly Girl on the back. Me, Angel Ariel. And let's give them a good shuffle. I hope everyone's well, whether you're celebrating anything or not this time of the year. I hope you're safe, and a lot of places are experiencing snow and ice. Be safe on the roads. I hope you're taking time to go within and really reflect on 2023 and give yourself credit for, oh, this one just popped over, the Empress. The Empress is the most abundant card in the deck. It's a card of harvest. It's the card of new beginnings. Look at her pregnant belly there. How we are creating our new realities. And of course, the blackbird is the bird of magic. How we set our intentions and then we allow the magic of the universe to come in. So what was I saying? I was saying that I hope you're safe on the roads. I hope that you are safe within your homes. But do take time to reflect on 2023 and give yourself credit. Give yourself credit. Don't be so hard on yourself. Much of what we go through is illusion of expectation and attachment. Everyone is doing the best that they possibly can with what they have to work with. And the more you can put your emphasis on this, the more you take responsibility for your own life, the more you practice forgiveness, the more you sit in a state of tolerance, acceptance, patience, and forgiveness for others, and you don't judge, you know. You allow people the benefit of the doubt. This brings you to a state of grace, gratitude, and appreciation, and also of getting to that place of unconditional love. So let's shuffle one more time and see what comes in. Now, what the Posse of Angels are saying to me as we're wrapping up this last week in December is they're saying choose, since we had a bit of a countdown, they want to choose 1 to read from, then 2, then they're saying 3 cards, then they're saying 4, and 1 more card. Okay, so let's see how this works out. They say jump, I say how high, you know. I diligently listen to them. First card. This is the death card. Many experienced a cataclysmic death in the last 6 months to get rid of that old story, to drive us down to our knees so that there was nothing left. There was nothing left but to reach up and say, I, by mine own self, can do nothing. I release and surrender all to God's source as to the highest will in order for this to happen. And this death has brought about a tremendous transformation because there is nothing left of the old story. We have been stripped bare of it. And what comes in is then a clear slate for us to be able to manifest in 2024 our lives. As you can see in my rendition of the death card, this is just a transition. This is a transition as we allow ourselves to now co-create with the angels, with those higher source beings, and with higher source. And it'll be a very new journey for many of us. It'll be a journey of grace and a journey of ease, as we won't feel like we have to do it all ourselves. We know that we'll be supported and provided for because we are a reflection of God's source creator. Next cards, they want me to choose 2. So there's 1 and 2. How prophetic is this? Look at this. We have 2 cards here. We have the High Priestess and we have the Magician. Now the High Priestess card is the card of stripping everything away and just being able to discern the voice of God's source creator through through the very fiber of who we are, to feel that alignment and to work directly with that. And that's what we did wrapping up 2023. And many, I'm not saying everybody created this intense exit plan, but many of us did, so that we could negate those old stories. And now that many have done this, then we can alchemize our lives. And nothing from that old programming or belief or those old stories of who we thought we were can get in the way. Because, as it says in my card, de magia e in vobis, the magic is within us. But we had to be clear enough with the high priestess energy to be able to utilize this energy, and that there is no separation between us and God Source Creator anymore. The power is within us, and we are clear enough now to utilize it. I love that these two cards came out together. Okay, now they're saying choose three. 1, 2, 3. Oh, okay. This is the story that came out. Here's a story. Have a lovely tarot. Now, here we go. The first card that's coming out is the Wheel of Fortune. Now that we've done this, those karmic, fated, and destined things that are totally just meant for us. What is meant for you will always be for you, but we had to be vibrationally clear enough in order for it to come to us. Now the Wheel of Fortune can start turning in our favor. And we will start to see those synchronistic, magical, and miraculous things coming in to fulfill our intentions. With wishing well and sacred pool and the first card of intention. I mean, this is all about the fulfillment of our wishes. So the first card is the Wheel of Fortune. The second card that came out is wish fulfillment. Again, confirmation about wishing well. Your wish is my command. And remember, the posse of angels are reiterating once again that feel as if you have already received your wish, as if you are living from having received it already. And then keep your vibrational frequency as high as possible through gratitude and appreciation. And what that is bringing in, this wish fulfillment, and the Wheel of Fortune turning in our favor is really about wish fulfillment, is the Justice card. And the Justice card is about the fulfillment of balance in our lives. Real truth coming out to be able to set us on our path of, look how much light that is coming in through this card, of justice and truth, and our lives balancing out once again. So I love that 3-card story. Okay, all right, posse of angels, you want me to choose 4 now. Okay, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Let's see what comes out. Well, okie dokie. Breakthrough. A new beginning. A new beginning, because look at the eagles in my card. Because you've been courageous, because you've been brave, you've had the fortitude to choose this intensity to get yourselves to the other side of 2023, to have this experience. You know, I would go so far as to say, when you cross over, you know, if you've had this this experience, you get a gold star from the posse, from the etheric council at the end, for choosing to go through something so harrowing and something so traumatic. But this card in particular speaks about a breakthrough that is going to set your feet on the path of, again, wish fulfillment, something new coming in there. The next card that's coming in is the 3 of Pentacles. This is the Soul Tribe card. This is the card of the collaboration and the connections of those people in your soul tribe. And with the dove there, which is the Holy Spirit in my card, and Mother Mary, people that are supportive and so compassionate and kind and caring. They really want the best for us. They want us to succeed. They know that another person's success doesn't diminish them, but they are that person. And by helping and collaborating, The sum of the parts is greater than the whole, and everyone wins. And 3 is the number of creation and miracles. The next card that's coming out for us is the Chariot. It's the card of recognition. It's the card of rewards, and I'm just getting shivers up and down my legs. All those creative efforts that we've done that seemingly did not go anywhere or fell through or were not realized. This is like a second chance. It's coming back to be recognized. A lot of people could be moving. They're saying that there is a possibility for many to move to new countries. Because where your old soul story was perfect for the location that you were in. But because you've cleared all of those old stories, you might find that you are magically and synchronistically directed to move locations, and that might be to a different country. So there we go. And the last card in this story, and I'm not surprised, is the Four of Wands. This is the success after all of the hard work that you have gone through to ascend and to be conscious and to become enlightened and awakened and live your life through those 5 important principles of my business angel healing house, of taking responsibility for your life, of forgiving others, of having no judgment, of having gratitude and appreciation for all your blessings and unconditional love. And this is the 1111 card. This is the gateway to higher consciousness, and also we see the house. So both of these cards speak about a new house, a new home. Now this could be a physical house that you're moving to, or this greater sense of being home with God inside of you. And look at all the Holy Spirits we have in this card, those beautiful white doves. And the white roses are about our new beginnings. And of course, we have the 4, 1, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Those cards add up to 8. And 8 is the number of abundance and wealth and prosperity. One more card from the top to finish off. 10 of Pentacles. This is the legacy card. Many of us will be stepping into those opportunities to be able to leave a legacy with our happy family. It could be our biological family, but in many respects, this is our new soul family that's coming in to support us. And there's such wonderful things coming in 2024. Hold tight to that and do not let that go. Let's have a little bit of fortune. My fortune cookie cards. And posse of angels. I want 3 cards. Make them jump. Make them clear. See what's coming in for us for this last week as we go into this very magical year of 2024. Woo! That just popped out. That card says, assert yourself. Go for what you want. The time is right for your soulmate connections. I just spoke about our soul tribe connections. A birth of a child is also likely. The abundance card, the Empress card came out to show us about this time of fulfillment, of new beginnings. It's heralding this new time. Believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. Have confidence that what is meant for you will always be for you. And all you need to do is just be your authentic self. That's all you need to do. And to shine brightly and have the confidence to be you. Let's see what else is going to come out. Whoop. Next one. Romance. Love is set to sizzle. The chance for romance is high for those seeking a connection. And if it's not of a romantic nature, the posse of angels are also saying romance in partnerships as well, where there may have been relationships in business or in jobs or things before where it was quite a bit of a disparate disconnection, but now they're saying all relationships of all kinds that we will be drawing to ourselves will be ones of clarity, ones of truth, ones of support, encouragement, and deep love, because this is our soul tribe. Okay, one more. One more. Come on. Okay. Oh, look. Future. Look. It says, you may travel. I just said that. You may travel. The chariot card came out. You may travel or host an overseas traveler soon. Either way, great social fun awaits. So be prepared as best you can and open yourself up for magical times ahead. I hope all this has been helpful for you. If you want more of an individualized, personalized reading with myself and my wonderful angelic family who I'm part of, the Posse of Angels, please do phone me at Angel Healing House on 831-277-3716, or you can always go to my website, which is angelhealinghouse.com. Go out, everyone, and fashion an absolutely beautiful life for yourself. I'm wishing you love, and as always, angel blessings. Have a marvelous holiday season, and may your 2024 start with such beautiful energy. That's what we're wishing you. Love, peace, joy, and abundance, and lots of laughter and fun. Take care, everyone. Speak to you next week. Bye.